My Okai Panther is dead. Not just a little dead, but dead. It's not gonna move, totally gone. It's a sad day when a $2,000 scooter no longer works. Let's grab this Okai ES800 Panther off the scooter carrier on the back of my FJ, and let's see what this thing can do.
Let's go!
Here's some quick acceleration tests. This is slow or pedestrian mode. And here's drive. And boost. Yeehaw! In boost mode, this is a super steep, grassy hill.
So close. So close.
Alright, that was a lot of fun. Let's get into some serious stuff. One of the problems this has is its suspension is way too stiff. This is designed for 330 pound load, and with my 150 pound frame with all my gear and equipment, I can't get this thing to compress. That leads to is a super bumpy ride. I have to deflate these tires down to about 10 PSI to take it off-road. That's a real shame. This is what you buy a scooter like this for. Come out here in nature on these real rough trails, very steep. Beautiful creek in the background there. One thing, this sharp gravel that they lay down here in Provo, this is Rock Canyon. This is hard to get over even with the 12-inch tires just because they're kind of acting like marbles and Sharpies. So just keep that in mind that there are sections where I prefer to walk it than ride it, but this scooter's ultimately capable of making it up. My tire pressure right now is 10 PSI. I probably could drop down to 5 PSI and have a smoother ride and have it go up, but I'd be a little bit more worried about pinch flats. So, enjoying this scooter. Here's a really good example of what these rocks look like. I mean, they're big, right? These are 4 inches crossed, like a little mini boulder patch. The scooter's still able to go over it, especially downhill. Uphill, I try to find little smoother areas. One thing I'm always curious about is, does the regen braking actually recharge the battery? In this case, absolutely yes. We were at 54% and now we're at 56% going down a hill, putting on both regen front and rear. So definitely gives you battery power in return for going down hills and hitting the brakes. I can play a quick sound. Definitely have a lot of rattles on this Okai. So I have to tell you about 2 design flaws on this scooter. The first one, and it's almost a fatal flaw, if you remove the battery and then close the lid, you can no longer open that lid, and there is no manual way to do it. There's no catch or release. It's locked. I locked it on my first try because the reason I bought this scooter, one of the reasons, is it's a 96-pound scooter. That's a lot to carry around, carry upstairs. So my thought is I could remove the battery. That removes 16 pounds. That drops the scooter down to 80 pounds. I can handle 80 pounds up and down stairs, onto the back of my car. It's a better way to carry it. And so I close it thinking, okay, look, it's got an electronic release, but there has to be a way to release it. When I get back home, I'll plug it in and it'll give me access and I'll be able to release that. No way. If that battery is disconnected, you plugging in the charger does absolutely nothing to this vehicle. It will not power the electronics. So you're stuck with a closed and locked battery compartment. There is a way to get into it, but it's a lot of inconvenience. Okay, let's get this open. There are the 2 screws right there. And again, 3mm Allen. Get these things started and removed. Once those 2 screws have been removed, as you can see, this opens up just fine. And there's your latch, still stuck. Now you can manually open this lock. This little silver catch right there, you push that in and it'll release it. Then out it comes. Replug in your battery and then reassemble. Now the other design flaw also associated with the same battery compartment is look at this movement. You can even see a gap between the weather stripping and the inside compartment. If you're riding this in the rain or you're in dust or whatnot, that all is going to collect inside of your battery compartment. I've already had to make some modifications. This has to do with fit and finish. Up here, you can see that between the frame and this lid, there was a clearance issue. So I actually had to file down this lid in order to make it fit properly. But even then, you still have this massive amount of movement. I would love to say that I broke it doing something amazing like jumping it off a cliff or riding it down the side of a mountain. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. So what went wrong with it? I have absolutely no idea. I pulled the battery out for about a week, put it back in, and she's dead. What a bummer. I'm not saying it isn't beautiful. It's a gorgeous design. I really like how it looks. But if it doesn't go, it doesn't do me any good. Thanks for watching. See you next time.